It's Madden NFL 23. And up next are the Texans' burner and wide receiver. No one's been busier this season as he currently paces the NFL in receptions. It's the Texans and the Broncos on Thursday night primetime.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight, the stage is set for our final Thursday night game of the year between the Denver Broncos and the Houston Texans. Again, everyone, with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Texan ball club entering play here. It's been perfection so far. They come in here unbeaten at 14-0.
And just 2 wins away from doing something only 2 teams have ever done. But the most important thing for them now is to make it to the postseason in one piece.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Broncos, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They're led onto the field by their quarterback, a man who's made quite the name for himself in the NFL, and that's Russell Wilson.
And it felt like it watching the game tape. He got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
They go play action with Wilson. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Here's Wilson. Shakes up, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Anytime you sack Russell Wilson, that's a win for the defense. But to get him here on his opening drive of the ball game, that's a really big win for that defense.
And the goal every week, keep him in the pocket. Don't let him get to the perimeter because when he's in the open field, not only can he hurt you, but also you lose sight of receivers downfield, and they'll hurt you with big plays.
On third down, Wilson. That's caught at the 25. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
And the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy. A great effort there with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Broncos will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fielded right around the 8. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
And he just continues to throw touchdown pass after touchdown pass, leading the league here down the final stretch of the year. Guys will say that the numbers and the rankings, they don't matter to him very much, but I don't know how much I actually believe that. Sure, he's team first, but I think everyone would like to see him finish number one, including himself.
Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Off the play fake, Lloyd got his man complete over the middle. It's Summers. The numbers for him from a week ago: 6 catches, 83 yards.
This defense is ranked near the bottom of the league against the pass. You get the sense that he feels like if he gets covered on any call, he's going to be upset. He thinks he should be open on every snap in this game.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Lloyd, and he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And Charles, you think about this offense, and it's kind of a tricky time of the season because you're 14-0, looking to see this one out to the end, but you start to run into situations where guys are getting a little banged up. Maybe could use some time sharing, some time on the bench, just to rest. How do you...
And the Broncos get there and take him down. Randy Gregory in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away.
Back deep to return is K.J. Hamler.
It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. He completes this to Sutton. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the 1st down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson.
This one hauled in. Again, it's Hooper.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Now a first carry for the former Tar Heel, Javonte Williams.
And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They run it again with Williams. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. The 2nd down play not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. From the gun, it's Wilson. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 39. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Now Wilson.
This one swung out to Williams. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Charles, Thursday night game. I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. The freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night. Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this will remain a 1-touchdown game.
Trying to build on that opening drive touchdown, but the drive stalls out. And then you get the missed field goal here, so they wind up with nothing to show from drive number 2.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
And listen, these Thursday night games, they're tough on the body. You just played on Sunday, 72 hours later. Hey, it's game day again, but have to Wednesday night game in September much more preferable than a Thursday nighter in December, no?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. You mentioned how tough it is on the body. How about the mind? You're already tired, fatigued, right? Trying to battle for playoff spots. And here you have the quick turnaround. Now, the flip side is, if you take care of business, win that Thursday nighter, you go into a mini open week. Gives you a few extra days to heal up the body and the mind before you play your next game.
Randy Gregory. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away.
And good hustle here as this is going to be blown down right at the 9-yard line.
I absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson.
And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson, he'll get this one to Patrick. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Well, this defense for the Texans, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they come up now, 2nd and goal. Williams will try again. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score.
With his 11th rushing touchdown on the year, number 15 overall. And the Broncos go up by 2 touchdowns.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
The Texans getting set here to take over again on offense. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
On 1st down, Lloyd. He finds his man, complete. That's Summers.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball. And what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
On 1st and 10, Lloyd. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Morse, and he'll get this down only to the 18. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. Morse, and he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
He'll find a man over the middle. It's Galladay.
And the Texans are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Texans have got it back to within a score.
Extra point forthcoming. And that one makes it 14-7. So that one an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And the focus shifts back to Jerry Jeudy and his Bronco teammates.
He's up over 100 yards, has the touchdown. He's a big-time receiver in this league, so the question becomes, how do you limit him going forward?
Well, you know the guys trying to cover him, they haven't had a whole lot of success thus far, and while they will still accept the challenge, maybe you have to change your focus. You have to get after the quarterback a little bit, disrupt his timing. Because right now it feels like pitch and catch. Make sure he's not able to have clear sight lines to him, and maybe that'll slow him down.
And this is not the guy you want to let play pitch and catch. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. Throwing is Wilson. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. From the 44, Wilson.
That's going to be caught by Jeudy. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
From midfield now, here's Wilson finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
On 2nd down, Williams. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Now it's Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Brian Burns. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop it.
It's 3rd and long now for Wilson and the Broncos after that sack.
Toward the sideline, it's complete. An athletic grab, but still well short of the 1st. He had the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and this will remain a one-touchdown game.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again? And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched the playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown.
Javonte Williams
with his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game.
And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
No, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another first down.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
He finds his man complete. That's Summers. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 34-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Off play action. Lloyd. Over the middle, complete. It's Newton. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. They'll look to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Again, he'll drop to throw. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. The final shot before break. Lloyd. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Texans are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. Short kick. One of the up men will take it now. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, we're into the final 3 weeks of the NFL season. A lot of races going to be coming right down to the wire. Before we get it back to you guys, let's check out what we have coming up this weekend on the Week 16 NFL slate. In the early window, we'll have our eye on that game in Jacksonville. The Jaguars going to need to be on their A game as they'll face off against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. In the late afternoon games, it'll be loud in Kansas City, that's for sure, as it'll be the Chiefs taking on the New England Patriots. And then finally, a good one on Monday Night Football to wrap up the week between the Buffalo Bills and the New York Jets. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats for the Broncos in that first half. And it's been the passing game that's been the story. They have feasted on this secondary to the tune of 200-plus yards already through 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they weren't quite as successful throwing the ball as their counterparts were, but they still were able to move the ball reasonably well in that first half. These two clubs running through their final halftime adjustments. It's just about time to get back at it. For the call of the second half, we go back out to Houston, H-Town, and Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. The Texans getting ready to go here to begin the third quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
On to stop that time, it was Josie Jewell. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Morse, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher, 3rd and 6.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
Well, part of their struggles in the first half was their inability to convert consistently on 3rd down. But how about this well-designed play? Gave himself plenty of options and able to get the hook up and keep the drive going.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Newton. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 24-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there.
2nd and 10.
Back to throw. Lloyd.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 12-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. A great effort there. A beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game.
And the Texans are an extra point away from evening this one up.
There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert. I know the natural instinct is to kick the extra point there and tie the game. But here in this spot, at this point of the game, is there another coach maybe weighing in with what to do here?
Well, I think that analytics are starting to say, with it being from the 2, that you're going for 2 more often. That makes sense. But there, I still like going for 1, don't you?
Yeah, I do. I mean, that's my first instinct, but I'm understanding how the game is starting to change. And we're getting a number of these quarterbacks who are telling their coaches, we should go for 2 all the time. I want to see if we ever get a team that actually starts to do that.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams.
And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. 2 yards is the pickup, and it's a first down for the Broncos. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
Wilson's throw into the hands of Hooper. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Now Wilson.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Sanders' kick is good, and that'll move their lead up to 4 now. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he watched that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Houston set to take over.
And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
I got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Now a man open down the middle of the field.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 42-yard line. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Draymond Jones in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Throw left side complete. That's Summers. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. On 3rd down, Morse. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
On 4th down, Lloyd. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
So they convert on 4th, and now from just outside the 30, here's 1st and 10.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Houston. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the 4th quarter. And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag. Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun. Lloyd. Open man is Galladay, complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Newton.
And the Texans are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Looking to throw. Lloyd. This is caught. And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his. Those are the types of plays in these moments they were hoping for from this young rookie, able to put him up here in the 4th quarter.
How about the kid? You just mentioned it, the 4th quarter. This is when you have to make those winning plays. That's what he just did. Doesn't ensure anything, but he certainly gave his team a heck of a chance, didn't he?
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
So the Broncos come back out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC.
And for them right now, not a done deal. They are holding down one of the final 3 wild card spots with 2 weeks to go. But, you know, there are others, Charles, kind of nipping at their...
A pass for Sutton is intercepted.
Derek Stingley picks it. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you...
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Their mobile quarterback with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns.
And the Texans are moving closer to a 15-0 record as they extend their lead here.
Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Denver's offense ready to go again. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Meanwhile, Wilson's throw here into the hands of the receiver, Judy.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to bring up second down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He completes this to Sutton. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and 3rd and 1 now. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Patrick. 12 more yards for him there. It's a first down.
Now how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Wilson to throw. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11. It's 3rd and long now for Wilson and the Broncos after that sack.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack.
Man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Morse. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This time it's 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Lloyd, he'll get this one to Galladay.
And he is going to have a Texans first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And they're going to be set up now with a ball at the 13-yard line. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
9-yard line, 2nd and 6.
They'll keep it on the ground. Morse. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. With his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans tack on another score as they have dominated this fourth quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
And Denver getting set to take the field.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. To throw is Wilson. Outright, this one goes to Patrick. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Here's Wilson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Texans say they have it. They do. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
On 2nd down now. Morse.
And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line.
A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down.
Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for the Texans,
they are now 2 wins away from a perfect regular season as they move to 15-0.
And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Cincinnati next week. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, their playoff hopes take a big hit as they fall to 8-7. And they'll get a home date next week against the Kansas City Chiefs.